If you want to see how I did this really fun romantic look for Valentine's Day, please stay tuned. First, we're going to start off with the Too Faced Amazing Face Foundation. And I'm going to use a sponge and I'm going to stipple that all over my face. And my color is in Perfect Nude. And as you can see here, I'm just going to stipple it all over my face. Next, I'm going to do my brows with my waterproof eyebrow pencil by Sephora and my Senna powder. And I'm going to outline my eyebrows with this pencil first, as you see here. And I'm just filling in just a little bit in the front area, just to kind of give me a base for the powder. And it also made the shape too. Now I'm using the Senna powder, and I'm going to be using that with a slanted brush. And as you can see here, I'm just filling them in. And this just gives me just a nice shape. So basically what I'm doing with the powder right now is just filling them in and shaping them as well. Look at me. Next, I'm going to be using my Body Shop pencil, and this is a cream concealer, and all I'm doing is just shaping my brows and taking away any excess powder and just making it look more defined. And now it's time to seal your eyebrows. Any eyebrow sealer will work. Now let's contour and highlight. I'm using the Milani Cream Foundation, and I'm also using the Age Rewind, and I'm using it in Fair. And I'm just gonna start off and I'm gonna make a V right underneath my eyes here, a V shape, and I'm gonna do the same thing like a check mark right underneath and filling in underneath, and then down my nose, and then up a little bit on my forehead, and then I'm gonna go on the sides of my cheeks, by my lips, and then on my chin and just a little bit on my Cupid's bow. Now I'm going to take my sponge and I'm going to make sure that it's wet. You want it dampened, so I'm going to use my Orifice Mix Spray. I'm going to damp it a little bit more, and then all I'm going to do is just pat that all in, as you can see here. You want to pat it all down, and you can see that it's just, you know, going away, and then of course you want to get your corners and everywhere else. Now I'm going to do a really cool little trick. I'm going to be taking a business card, and you can use any business card, doesn't matter, and I'm going to be making contour lines. And I'm going to be using my brush from Cover FX to make these lines, and as you can see here, I'm making it, you know, really, it looks really harsh and crazy, but I promise you it's not. It's not going to be. We're going to blend that all out nicely. We're just making the lines just to get started. So that way, you know, if you have problems making lines, you just know that that's a little trick. And then of course I'm going to be contouring all down my neck, on my forehead as you saw there, and bringing some of that product down. Now I'm going to be taking this brush and I'm going to be using circular motions, and I'm going to be making that line softer, as you can see here. Do the same thing to the other side, kind of like circular motions. Making it soft, and it looks like some of it drug down there, but I can get that. I'm going to be also softening, you know, my forehead as well. And now I'm going to take my e.l.f. Pink Passion Blush, and I'm going to be kind of swooping that right on my cheeks. Right here, as you can see here, just kind of putting it on my cheeks just lightly, dabbing, 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 as you can see there. And now I'm going to be going to the other side and dabbing on the other side as well. And next I'm going to be using my banana powder to set everything. And I am in love with this stuff, so I suggest you guys go pick some up. It's amazing. I'm going to be using my e.l.f. powder brush, and I'm just going to be lightly putting that all over my face. And I'm going to add a little bit more highlight so that my face is not so matte. And I'm going to be using Soft and Gentle by MAC, which you'll see here next. And I'm also going to be using my gold deposit. And I'm going to be placing both of them at the same time, right on my cheekbone area. On the other side. I'm going to do down the bridge of my nose, my forehead, little on my Cupid's bow, and on my chin as well. Now it's time for eyes. I'm going to be using my MAC paint pot and my Naked palette. First I'm going to be applying my MAC paint pot all over my eye, and this is a very nude and neutral color, and it is a matte neutral color, so it'll go on anybody's eye. And you always want to use, you know, a primer or a base so that your eyeshadow stays on all day. And now we're going to be using my Pink Passion blush again, but this time we're going to be placing it all over my eyelid, as you can see here. And I'm just picking up that color with, it's kind of like a MAC 217 brush, but this is my Sedona Lace brush. You guys know I love my Vortex collection. So that's what I'm placing with, all over my eye. Next I'm going to be using Naked 2, and I'm going to be putting that with a crease brush right in my crease area. And using windshield wiper motions, I'm just placing that right in the crease. Making sure that's really in my crease, really good. Now I'm going to be using my Faint. I'm really loving this collection. And as you can see here, it did apply a little bit heavy, but that's okay because we're going to blend everything out. And that's going to be above the Naked color, the Naked 2 color. That's above the crease. And I'm placing that right all the way to the front, as you can see here. We're going to really smoke this out. It's going to be a romantic, smoky Valentine's Day look. Now I'm going to be taking this big, huge MAC brush, and what I'm doing here is I'm just blending it. As you can see here, it just already made everything all nice and soft. Okay, next I'm going to be taking Walk of Shame, and I'm going to be placing that right over that color just to make it a little bit lighter, because I want a soft romantic look. And as for a highlight, I'm going to be using Venus, and I'm going to be using my flat brush, and I'm going to be placing that right underneath on my brow bone. And this is the only shimmer color of the whole palette. I'm also placing that in my tear ducts as well. The rest are all mattes. So many things you can do with it. Now I'm using Walk of Shame again, or I'm sorry, Faint. I'm going to be placing that right underneath my waterline, or my lash line I should say, all the way to the front. From the back to the front. And then next I'm going to be using the Pink Passion again, and I'm going to be placing that underneath there as well. Just halfway, not the full front, not to the full front, just, you know, half. Next, I'm going to be taking a white eye pencil, and you can use any, and I'm going to be placing that in my waterline to make my eyes pop. Now I'm going to be taking my Sedona Lace Eye Gel Liner with a slanted brush, and I'm going to make my cat eye. I love this stuff from Sedona Lace. If I run out of it, I will be getting more. It lasts all day long. It's very, very good. As you can see here, I made that wing tip. We're gonna wing out this look. Do the same thing to the other eye. And get that wing look there too. Next, I'm going to be taking Crave, and I'm just going to be placing that powder right over just to make sure that it doesn't budge. And there you go. There's my wings. Now the House of Lashes. This is optional, but I want to wear lashes for this look. I'm using my Revlon glue. I'm going to be placing that all over on my lash line, not on my lashes. As you can see here, I'm just drawing it right on, just like a pencil. I'm pulling it all the way to the front. Now I got my lashes. Now I did the other side as well. I'm putting my lashes on there for you. See, it's just so quick and easy for me. I know everybody puts it on the lash line, but for me, this is just like super duper easy. Voila. Now I'm just taking something, making sure that it's on there really well. And now I'm going to be taking my Naked Pencil by Urban Decay, my favorite pencil. As you can see here, I'm just going to be outlining my lips so that my lipstick or whatever I put on it will stay and last. And next I'm going to be using the VIP Pink by the Fergie collection, the new one from Wet n Wild. I'm just going to be brightening this look up with a pop of color. And then I'm going to be using my Rimmel Stay Gloss, Glossy Gloss. And this is in the color Always Lovely. I'm just going to be placing that over to kind of tone it down just a little bit. And now I'm just going to be making sure that everything's blended, but here's this look here. So pretty, I love it. Just blending everything, making sure everything looks really good for you. And that's pretty much for this look. Mwah!